سلام، مهدی نوری هستم و میخوایم با هم قسمت دوم از کتاب کار درس ششم American Headway سطح اول رو با هم حل کنیم. بریم سراغ جان لنن و گروه معروف بیتلز. تمرین 5 ازتون میخواد که این متن رو درباره جان لنن who was born in 1940 and died in 1980 بخونید و بعد جملات رو کامل کنید. ویدیو رو متوقف کنید، همزمان با اینکه به متن گوش میکنید از روش بخونید و این جملات رو کامل کنید.
Unit 6, Exercise 5, Part 1.
John Lennon, 1940 to 1980. John Lennon was one of the Beatles. With Paul McCartney, he wrote some of the greatest songs of the 20th century. John Lennon had an unhappy childhood. His father left home when he was 5. His mother couldn't take care of him, so John lived with his Aunt Mimi until he was 19. When he was 17, his mother died in a car crash. He went to Quarry Bank High School in Liverpool, England. He met George Harrison and Paul McCartney, and in 1960 they started a band called The Beatles. The Beatles recorded their first single, Love Me Do, in 1962. They became famous in 1963 when they played more than 200 concerts. In 1964, they came to the United States for the first time and played on television. End of concerts. The Beatles stopped playing live concerts in 1966 because the audience made so much noise that nobody could hear the music. But they continued to record songs, and in 1967 they made the album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The last album they recorded together was Abbey Road. John Lennon married the artist Yoko Ono in 1969, and the Beatles broke up in 1970. John and Yoko moved to New York. John wrote and sang his most famous song, Imagine, in 1971. In 1980, he recorded a new album, Double Fantasy. He was killed a month later. A man named Mark Chapman shot him outside his New York apartment near Central Park. 2 days before his murder, John Lennon told an interviewer, "I feel safe in New York. I can go anywhere. It's my home."
One. John's father left home when he was 5. پدر جان وقتی که 5 سالش بود خونه رو ترک کرد. 2. His mother died when he was 17. وقتی که 17 سالش بود مادرش فوت کرد. 3. He started the Beatles with Paul and George in 1960. 4. The Beatles played more than 200 concerts. بیشتر از 200 کنسرت داشتن. 5. The last album they made was Abbey Road. این اسم آخرین آلبومیه که اونها با هم درست کردن. 6. The Beatles broke up in 1970. اونها در سال 1970 از هم جدا شدن. 7. John and Yoko lived in an apartment near Central Park. جان و همسرش یوکو توی یه آپارتمان در نزدیکی سنترال پارک آمریکا زندگی می‌کردن. و اما این بار متن رو دوباره با دقت بخونید و سوالها رو درباره جان و گروه بیتلز کامل کنید. دقت کنید که سوالاتون سوالای گذشته هستن. Who did John live with?
He lived with his Aunt Mimi.
How did his mother die?
She died in a car accident.
3. Where did John go to school?
Quarry Bank High School in Liverpool.
4. When did the boys start the Beatles?
They started in 1960.
When did they first go to the United States?
In 1964.
6. Why did they stop playing live concerts?
Because the audience made too much noise. میپرسه که چرا دیگه کنسرت زنده اجرا نکردن؟ چون که تماشاچی‌ها خیلی بیش از حد صدا میکردن.
7. Who did John marry in 1969?
Yoko Ono.
8. Where did they move to?
New York.
9. When did John write and sing Imagine?
In 1971.
10. Where did Mark Chapman shoot John Lennon?
Outside his apartment. دقت کنید که همه سوالا با did, subject و حالت ساده فعل بود. Did his mother die? Did they go?
جان لنن آهنگ معروفی به اسم ایمجین داره که میتونید اون رو سرچ کنید و حتما گوش بدید. ما لینکش رو براتون میذاریم. جان لنن به قتل رسید توسط این آقای مارک چپمن و یه یادبودی ازش توی سنترال پارک امریکا هست. Listening. I went to a Beatles concert. من به یک کنسرت گروه بیتلز رفتم. Joe and his grandfather Robert come from New York. جو و پدر بزرگش رابرت اهل نیویورکن. Listen to Joe and his grandfather talking about when Robert went to a Beatles concert. اونا دارن با هم دیگه درباره زمانی که رابرت یعنی پدر بزرگ به یکی از کنسرت های گروه بیتلز رفته صحبت میکنن. Answer the questions. به این سوالا جواب بدید.
Unit 6, Exercise 6, Parts 1 and 2.
Grandpa, did you ever go to a pop concert?
Did I ever go to a pop concert? I went to the pop concert.
What do you mean?
I, Robert, your grandfather, was at the Beatles concert in August 1965 at Shea Stadium in New York City.
So that was a good one?
That was the best concert ever.
Okay, tell me about it.
Well, it was kinda exciting and frightening too.
Why frightening?
There were so many fans there, over 55,000. And the noise, it was so noisy. Everyone was so excited. They screamed and shouted. There were over 2,000 police officers there. And when the Beatles finally appeared, the crowd went wild. They went crazy. They climbed over each other to get closer. It was amazing.
What songs did they play?
Well, the problem was that the screaming was so loud you couldn't hear the music. We couldn't hear the songs very well at all. They only played for 30 minutes. I think they played 12 songs, but I only heard a little of Can't Buy Me Love and Help. Oh, and Twist and Shout.
I know those songs.
Of course you do. You still hear them today, all the time.
So how much did you pay not to hear the Beatles?
$5.75. I had one of the best seats.
Only $5.75? That's really cheap. Grandpa, you still have all your Beatles records, don't you?
Yup, I bought every one. I can't throw them away. But of course now I have the CDs too. You know, I remember buying my very first. It was I Wanna Hold Your Hand. Oh, those were the days.
Where and when was the Beatles concert?
August 1965 in New York. دقت کنید که بازم لیسنینگه و فقط نوت برداشتیم. حالا اینجا شما میتونید جمله کامل بسازید از نوت‌ها. The Beatles concert was in August 1965 in New York City.
Did Robert enjoy it?
Yes, he did.
How many people were in the audience?
Over 55,000. Over به معنی بیش از 55,000 نفر اومده بودن برای کنسرت.
Audience به معنی تماشاچی. How many police officers were there?
2,000 police officers.
What did the fans do when the Beatles appeared? وقتی که بیتل ها اومدن روی صحنه طرفداراشون چیکار کردن؟
They went crazy. دیوونه شدن.
What was the problem?
Screaming was so loud you couldn't hear the music. انقدر مردم از خوشحالی فریاد می زدن که امکان شنیدن موسیقی گروه دیگه نبود.
How long did they play? How many songs did they play? How long یعنی برای چه مدت؟ از نظر ساعتی چه مدت اونها تونستن که موسیقی اجرا کنن و چند تا آهنگ اجرا کردن؟
For 30 minutes, 12 songs. حالا اینجا میتونید جمله کامل بنویسید. They played for 30 minutes. They played 12 songs.
How much was Robert's ticket?
$5.75.
What was the first Beatles record Robert bought?
I wanna hold your hand. اولین آهنگی که رابرت از گروه بیتلز خرید اسمش بود I wanna hold your hand. میخوام دستتو بگیرم.
Now let's listen again and complete these sentences. بریم دوباره listening رو گوش بدیم. این بار این جمله ها رو کامل کنیم.
Unit 6, Exercise 6, Parts 1 and 2.
Grandpa, did you ever go to a pop concert?
Did I ever go to a pop concert? I went to the pop concert.
What do you mean?
I, Robert, your grandfather, was at the Beatles concert in August 1965 at Shea Stadium in New York City.
So that was a good one?
That was the best concert ever.
Okay, tell me about it.
Well, it was kinda exciting and frightening too.
Why frightening?
There were so many fans there, over 55,000. And the noise, it was so noisy. Everyone was so excited. They screamed and shouted. There were over 2,000 police officers there. And when the Beatles finally appeared, the crowd went wild. They went crazy. They climbed over each other to get closer. It was amazing.
What songs did they play?
Well, the problem was that the screaming was so loud you couldn't hear the music. We couldn't hear the songs very well at all. They only played for 30 minutes. I think they played 12 songs, but I only heard a little of Can't Buy Me Love and Help. Oh, and Twist and Shout.
I know those songs.
Of course you do. You still hear them today, all the time.
So how much did you pay not to hear the Beatles?
$5.75. I had one of the best seats.
Only $5.75? That's really cheap. Grandpa, you still have all your Beatles records, don't you?
Yup, I bought every one. I can't throw them away. But of course now I have the CDs too. You know, I remember buying my very first. It was I Wanna Hold Your Hand. Oh, those were the days.
1. Robert thought the concert was exciting but also frightening. رابرت فکر میکرد که کنسرت در حالی که هیجان انگیز بود اما ترسناکم بود. Frightening به معنی ترسناک. 2. The audience were very excited and wild. تماشاچی ها هم هیجان زده بودن هم وحشی. 3. When the Beatles appeared, the crowd went crazy. وقتی که بیتل ها اومدن روی صحنه مردم دیوونه شدن. 4. Robert had one of the best seats. رابرت یکی از بهترین صندلی ها رو توی کنسرت داشت. 5. Joe thinks that the tickets was very cheap. جو فکر میکنه که بلیط ها خیلی ارزون بودن. توی درس 6 با هم یاد گرفتیم که چطور میتونیم احساساتمون رو توصیف کنیم. حالا ستون A و B رو به هم مچ کنید تا بیایم اون کلماتی که یاد گرفتیم با هم دوره کنیم.
One. The concert was boring, so I left before the end. کنسرت خیلی خسته کننده بود، پس بنابراین من قبل اینکه تموم بشه رفتم. I was very tired, so I went to bed. خیلی خسته بودم، پس رفتم بخوابم. 3. The little boy was excited. پسر بچه کوچیک خیلی هیجان زده بود. Because it was his birthday. چون که تولدش بود. 4. I'm interested in modern art. من به مدرن آرت خیلی علاقه دارم. So I love the exhibition. پس من از اون نمایشگاه خیلی خوشم اومد. 5. Why are you annoyed with me? چرا از دست من ناراحتی؟ Because you were late again. چون که دوباره دیر کرده بودی. 6. I'm worried because it's 10 p.m. نگرانم ساعت 10 and the children aren't home yet و بچه ها هنوز نیومدن خونه. 7. I was so bored during class. سر کلاس خیلی حوصله‌ام سر رفت. I hate math. من از ریاضی بدم میاد. Tokyo is a very exciting city. توکیو یه شهر خیلی هیجان انگیزه. There's so much to do. خیلی کارا هست برای انجام دادن تو این شهر. 9. The party was very interesting. پارتی خیلی جالب بود. I met a lot of nice people. من کلی آدم جالب ملاقات کردم.
گفتیم برای توصیف احساساتمون از ED و ING adjective ها میتونیم استفاده کنیم. ED برای احساسات و ING ها برای دلیل اون احساسات. حالا بریم سراغ تمرین 2. ویدیو رو متوقف کنید و جملات رو با شکل درست صفات کامل کنید. مثلا I like the LA Times because it's an interesting newspaper. چون newspaper یه شی هست برای توصیفش از صفت با ING استفاده میکنیم. I don't want to watch soccer. I'm not interested. یعنی من علاقه‌ای به فوتبال ندارم. دارم راجع به احساسات خودم حرف میزنم، پس ED. Three. You look. Don't you like opera? میگه اپرا رو دوست نداری به نظر؟ You look bored. دارم راجع به احساساتت حرف میزنم. میگم به نظر کلافه میای. 4. I hate politicians. من از سیاستمدارا بدم میاد. چرا؟ They're so boring. گفتیم ING adjective ها رو هم برای انسان ها و هم برای اشیا میتونیم استفاده کنیم. 5. Hooray! We are on vacation. I'm so excited. 6. It's very exciting when you go abroad for the first time. وقتی برای اولین بار میرید خارج از کشور خیلی هیجان انگیزه. 7. She eats with her mouth open. اون با دهن باز غذا میخوره. It's very annoying. خیلی آزاردهنده است. 8. I get very annoyed when people don't say please or thank you. من وقتی آدم ها نمیگن متشکرم و یا لطفاً خیلی آزرده خاطر میشم. This is my feeling, so ED adjective. 9. The news is very worrying. It's all about war. میگه خبر خیلی نگران کننده است و همش دارن راجع به جنگ حرف میزنن. 10. I'm worried about the tests next week. من نسبت به امتحانهای هفته بعد نگرانم. Everyday English, what's the date? توی درس 6 با هم یاد گرفتیم که تاریخ‌ها رو چجوری بخونیم. Match the numbers and the words. تمرین اول ازتون میخواد که اعداد و شکل نوشتاریشون رو با هم مچ کنید. ویدیو رو متوقف کنید، اعداد رو با شکل نوشتاریشون مچ کنید، بیاین اونا رو با هم چک کنیم. Second. 25th. 10th, 1st, 19th, 30th, 3rd, 9th, 5th, 12th. Listen, write the dates you hear. گوش بدید و تاریخ‌هایی که میشنوید رو بنویسید.
Unit 6, Exercise 8, Part 2. 1,
April 2nd,
2,
June 10th,
3,
August 9th,
4,
November 12th,
5,
December 25th,
6,
March 19th.
و اما exercise 3. Write the dates in a different way. ما یاد گرفتیم که تاریخ ها رو به دو شکل بخونیم. یا بگیم January 1st یا بگیم the 1st of January.
March 10th or the 10th of March. May 15th or the 15th of May. June 2nd or the 2nd of June. The 14th of July or July 14th. The 3rd of August or August 3rd. The 8th of September or September 8th. The 5th of November, November 5th.
Listen, write the years you hear. گوش بدید و سالهایی که میشنوید و بنویسید.
Unit 6, Exercise 8, Part 4. 1,
1980,
2,
1996,
3,
1961,
4,
1865,
5,
2003,
6,
2009,
7,
2010,
8,
2015.
بریم سراغ do, does, did, was, were and had. کانورسیشن ها رو بخونید و اونها رو با شکل درست فعل کامل کنید.
Where were you for high school?
I was at a school in Boston.
Did you like it?
Not really. I didn't enjoy it very much.
Was it a good school?
Well, it had a very good reputation, but I didn't like the teachers.
Why not? Were they terrible?
Not all of them, but some of them.
Did you enjoy your last year?
Yes, I had a good time in my senior year. It was a little better.
What school do your children go to?
I only have one child, a daughter. She goes to a local public school.
Does she like it?
Yes, she's very happy there. Thank goodness. And part 10, the or no article. بریم ببینیم که لازم از حرف تعریف the استفاده کنیم یا نه. مثلا میگیم What's the name of this hotel? اسم این هتل چیه؟ اما I go to work by bus. Can you tell me the time? این سوال رو میتونید به جای what time is it بپرسین. میشه ساعت رو به هم بگی؟ I live downtown. قبل از downtown د نمیخوایم. What time do you have lunch? قبل از lunch, breakfast, dinner از د استفاده نمی کنیم. I went to the movies last night. اینجا the movies یعنی سینما. من دیشب رفتم سینما. 7. This is the best restaurant in the world. 8. I have a house in the country. country اینجا مقصود حومه شهر، دور و ور شهر. 9. I saw James last month. وقتی از last استفاده میکنیم قبلش از هیچ حرف اضافه و حرف تعریفی استفاده نمی کنیم. 10. Can you play the guitar? همیشه برای آلات موسیقی از the استفاده میکنیم. 11. Football's on television tonight. 12. Their apartment is on the first floor. قبل از اعداد ترتیبی همیشه از the استفاده میکنیم. رسیدیم به پایان حل تمرینات کتاب کار درس 6. اما وقتمون رسیده که بریم سراغ ویدیوی بعد و درس 7 رو با هم بخونیم.